Good evening, everyone. I'm back to do another reading. As I was setting the spread here, so many cards from the readings I did earlier today were coming back up, and I'm feeling very emotional here, so I'm just going to take a few seconds here just to kind of catch my breath. And they're already getting me to move some things around here. So the energies have been pretty heavy this evening, but we've just had a shift, and this is a wonderful message here. And this emperor here has had victory. So it'll be different for all the masculines or feminines who are represented by this emperor card here that I'm channeling right now. But know that this emperor has overcome the barriers of communication because of heartache in the ways that he would have engaged with people in the past that would have caused this heartache. And that victory is going to lead to a new beginning for his empress. And they had me stand her up because he wanted her to be honored here tonight. She's to be an observer, and all these messages here are for you, the Empress that's out there. And this reading is being protected by the angelics that are tasked with overlooking these twin flame high divine counterpart relationships, unions, however you describe your connection with your person. If you resonate with my readings, just know that they are highly, highly guarded and protected, and that it's time for justice. All right, so we are moving towards justice here more and more every day as we fight for ourselves and for our unions. All right. And it feels like it's a fight only in that so many people really don't believe that this is even something that exists. And that's fine. If you don't, click off. This isn't meant for you. But it's not to say that it's not real for those who truly do resonate with it, because the divine has shown you. If you resonate, it's because you've already received the answers you've sought a long time ago in regards to why you would have felt the way that you felt when you were seriously affected, deeply touched. And when I said that a few seconds ago, I meant it in a positive way, even though there are very, very difficult challenges that come once you do meet your higher divine counterpart. And that's because we are here to support each other and to challenge each other to ascend to a higher plane of existence. And in order to do that, you need to heal and clear past life trauma, karma, in order to be able to establish your new position in that higher realm, that higher plane of existence. And it's just a higher evolved way of functioning with a higher level of consciousness. Okay, that's all that means. And for those of you, again, who resonate with what I'm saying, you'll understand. My right ear's ringing. So we've neutralized, I say we because we're always working together, but it was this masculine's job to neutralize this Queen of Swords. She surfaced today as a karmic energy in my reading. And karmic simply means somebody that's in somebody's life that is assisting in teaching, helping them learn something significant, all right? Sometimes they're difficult lessons and sometimes they're really positive. Okay, so it's not always that when we use the word karmic, or karma, that it's bad. It's simply a balancing of energy. Okay. When there's an imbalance, we manifest and pull in situation, person, place, or thing that will assist us in hopefully better understanding how that came to be and bringing it back into balance. Okay. That's the whole point of it. So she was refusing to walk away. Do you see this here? Okay. And I believe there was a refusal here as well on her part to accept a very honest and sincere message that this emperor tried to give her to help her understand why she is not this person in his life, this Queen of Cups here. Okay. She tried everything to take this position, and this position isn't hers to take. That's why there's no victory here. And you see, Divine Feminine, this is you. You're not bothered because this entire time and this entire journey, you were able to focus on yourself and put yourself first. Now, that's not to say that you didn't overgive to your counterpart. But even if you did, you were still giving to yourself. So you still had a lot of love in the bank, we'll call it, for yourself, that it kept you above float here with all of this really chaotic energy that was going on. But you were always above it. So do you see the line here? You're on top here, okay? Just on top in the sense that you were operating at a higher level of consciousness because of this love that you had for yourself. You really did bring this energy back to yourself in a very beautiful way. And I think how that came to be is reconnecting with your twin flame original blueprint with the divine, and having a very clear understanding that that this is the union that brought you back to that divine place and that relationship with God, because this is the path back home. It's back to the light. And it started within that heart space here. And this is how the twins ignite each other in terms of this awakening, is that heart space. Okay. He didn't exercise the best of judgments recently in his attempts to try and neutralize her. Okay, so I feel like there's been some partying and some gatherings or getting togethers to try to communicate what was required in order to get her to stop. And he fully knew what she was up to this entire time with this most recent run in here. He knew, but somehow he was misguided in thinking that he could reason with her. You can't reason with people like this, okay? People that aren't willing to learn the lesson and let go, you can't. You have to really establish healthy boundaries after making yourself clear and remove every single way that you're connected to people like this in order to keep yourself safe and protect yourself. So despite this person being neutralized in the sense that he has removed her from his life, do you see how far away she is? She's still thinking that she can pull from the stars in order to do whatever it is that she thinks she's going to be able to do. But it's not going to work. Okay. It's not going to work. The twins have learned all their lessons, look. And the divine supports this union. It's safeguarded. It's protected here. And this Emperor spoke truths that would honor not only his own heart, but his twin's heart. And she's right here. And it was his responsibility to stand up and speak the truth about what this union really is about. And it's his job, and he knew this for a long time, but I think he was just trying to keep things kind of quiet and peaceful, and didn't want there to be any like drama from this person. But you know, good intentions, but that is not the way to deal with this energy. You can't be passive like that. Now, I'm not suggesting you fight with this person either. That's not what I'm saying. You assert yourself. You state your case one time, and that's it, and then it's done. So they want me to remove her energy because this is not about her anymore. All right. So you had victory, Divine Masculine, because look how much space you've created here, and it's made and it's given enough room here for this union to enter. So there's more cards underneath here, and I don't know what they are, but I guess they want me to read them all. Because now I'm just going to channel for the twins, okay? Because this karmic's gone. All right, so yeah, there won't be any more gatherings with this person, okay? He realizes that it just caused more problems and it was a trap. And where this karmic wanted this new beginning to falter for this Empress, do you see how I just picked it back up? Channeling this reading tonight is going to assist people in claiming their unions, okay? Because this is what's coming. Look, everyone. All right. Now, I didn't know what these cards were underneath. I didn't even know if I would use them. So we have the Eight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Look at all the pentacles. And then the Six of Pentacles. And we've got the twins here and the twins here. So we're both embodying these energies now. And we're still in a really good place here. We're resting, okay? We're thinking about our partners here. And they're thinking about each other in a really beautiful, loving way. Okay, despite all this awful stuff that happened here, he is really not upset or affected by it. It's really just done, and I feel like they're just resting now tonight. If you didn't hear from your partner and you really wanted to this weekend, this is probably why, because of what happened here. But you're still the star. You rose above, and you've maintained this position over her, over this karmic person, place, or thing. In my situation, I think it's an ex-partner of his, okay, that just is really struggling and letting go. So this is the new energy now that we're setting and that we're going to be focused on in the days and weeks. And for some that are really lingering and, you know, might need more planning as long as a month, but for the majority of people, it's within the next week, okay? So he's going back to the drawing board here in a sense of this was a little bit of a setback. I don't think he expected all this to happen again. I think that she had put on a show for a long time, that she changed, and that they were just friends, by the way. This was not getting back together for the sake of reunion or anything like that. Again, he was just placating her to keep the peace, because I think he just didn't want to cause any issues here with what he really wanted to achieve in terms of a reunion with you, Divine Feminine. But again, misguided, because she's not honest, and it was fake, and it was just to get back in his good graces, and she showed her true colors fairly quick. And I mean, because he's had to address this many, 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 many times, there was no issue, but this time I feel like it was pretty stern, and it's lose my number and that's it, no more. So his goal really is to come and bring you a gift here, because he really does feel like he's let you down recently, and it's something that I think he's been looking for a long time, and I feel like the divine finally gave permission and allowed this to come through. And I think for some it'll be a beautiful piece of jewelry, for others something unique like crystals. This is light language here, so I'm just going to zero in. And the other card is, I'm 100% sure we are meant to be together. And this is what was being healed here on this timeline and this trajectory. And just know that this is being guarded, this healing and everything. And until he comes and speaks to her about this, the divine is not going to waver or move. They're going to be here the entire time, okay? So not to worry. And this gift is truly a gift that is from the heart, and it's a gift that will help balance things however it's going to balance things, because he knows he hasn't really been giving in the ways that he wanted to, like he really wanted to, but he couldn't. This situation was holding him back here, but no more, okay? And he's solid in, as the King of Pentacles energy in the center here. He never felt solid like this before, that would allow him to give of this nature. He always felt very much in love, and the feelings were very, very strong. And what helped him feel comfortable like this and to stand up and talk about, I feel like he said something about you, is because you had so much love and trust in him and in this relationship, and allowed him to do whatever it is that he needed to do. Somehow he knew that, even though you didn't tell him, he knew just through your actions and the way you would always be so kind and give him space and be understanding, if he didn't get back to you, because he didn't know how to explain this. I think he was scared that if he tried, that perhaps you might step away and say, okay, well, I don't want to deal with this, I'm moving on. Because his biggest fear is to lose you. And I'm not suggesting this is okay to have kept this from you, because I've struggled with this. This is my situation. I don't think that he felt confident in himself to be able to tell me. Okay. And I know for me, it stems from past life traumas where I was taken from him through death in various ways, and repeated lives over and over. So in this life, when I started to pull away and step back or suggest that, I looking back now, it makes so much sense, seeing how scared and uncomfortable he was. Even though he didn't really say too much, he just really shut down. And I think it's been a constant thing in the back of his mind. But I trust that all of the healings that we've done and all the work that we've done spiritually and energetically, that I know is going to him. And again, I just trust that his journey is his journey, mine is mine. Our telepathic communication is very strong, and he will he will have contracted out with the divine. However, he would have needed the support and the help in the ways that he needed. And so I've always just surrendered to that and said, I trust, and I just release, and I allow things to be the way that they're going to be. That's it. That's all. I gave up trying to control this a very long time ago because it just never worked. So that's part of the acceptance and the surrendering. So the people that are at this stage in their journey have gone through all those trials and tribulations, okay? And that's a good thing if you were able to learn those lessons and stay in this energy and still be in this energy and still believe in this love. He knows that you've known about this entire time. And he figured it out too eventually, but he's too shy to talk to you about it, And maybe one day he will, maybe not. I don't believe this necessarily needs to be spoken, okay? It's just felt, because it just is. And it's very private, and it's between you and the divine, and between that couple and the divine, okay? It's not for anyone else to speak or comment on. These channelings and these messages are just to assist people that are similar in terms of these types of unions, okay? If you're needing extra support at any point in time in your journey. And take what resonates. If it doesn't, that's okay too, okay? So he's worked really, really hard, and he's ready because he knows, okay? And I've just talked about this card. And he feels really nervous and a lot of pressure, and he hopes that the gift he picked is perfect, and he's thought about it a whole lot, and I think that he does believe that will afford the balance that is long overdue. He's very excited to share this. Sorry, I'm just having a drink here. So he's excited, and it's going to come in very quickly, okay? So in addition to a physical item like a gift, there's going to be an influx of communication. It's going to come in, but very quick, and I'm seeing more than once. Like he might text you and call you and show up and run into you. I just feel like it's manifesting because it's coming, as above, so below. So it's coming in very quickly, and it's going to be very fun. You're going to spend a lot of time together, and he realizes that you're who he wants to dedicate his time and effort to. Okay. And see how he's looking right at her? Okay, so he is embodying this energy and also this energy, and he's constantly going to be watching over here to make sure that this stays behind him, that this doesn't come back in anymore. And he's got it. And I've never used these cards before. This is my first time using them on this channel. But they're big, and I really like them. And I love that they're blue. They remind me of Archangel Michael, and they're just highly, highly guarded and protected. So all these messages are highly guarded and protected. So when this Eight of Wands starts to come in to the physical plane, because it's on its way already, it's coming in already, you're going to have beautiful celebrations, and they're going to bring success. Okay. And any attempts to interfere from lower realms or lower level things, it won't work. You won't be bothered. It can't touch you. Because I'm actually picking up that this is not a good card, which is really interesting. Let's see if we can get more. Yeah, see? Justice. She's going to make sure. It's your guardian angels here. Nothing can beat an angel. Their energy, they're warriors of God. They're appointed by God. They cannot be touched. They cannot be touched. And look at all of them that are around here. We've got one here. We've got one here, here, here. Okay, and the light language is divine as well. That's at the center there. This is your timeline. It's protected. Okay. He's going to place these gifts at your feet here. There's two gifts. There's something huge, and I believe this is a smaller one, but there's a couple of things he wants to give you. I'm getting like, and I'm sorry to, if I ruin surprises for people, but for me, because I'm not really a material person, okay? For me, and for you too, Divine Feminine, other Divine Feminines out there, it could be something sentimental where he has kept things that you would have given him, and he might have created something for you. Or a picture he might have kept, and he's going to frame and give it to you, give it back to you if it's something you had before. They're telling me there's a lot of strength and power with this beautiful, just heard bouquets. You might get some flowers with these items. And you see the two hearts there? There's tremendous love here. Okay, this is the fresh new beginning. And he's really sorry. You know, he's tried this many, many times. This isn't the first time, guys. Like, you would have tried this multiple times already, okay? And that's okay. I'm not laughing to ridicule. I'm just laughing because, you know, after you've been on this journey for a long time, humor does come into play because it keeps things light. And the psychologist that I worked with many, many years to overcome a lot of different things that happened in my life, once said to me that when you can laugh about your worst trauma, you know you've made it to the other side. And I remember when he told me this in the beginning of my therapy, I was very upset. In fact, I think I left and I was so upset that I didn't want to go back. I thought like that was a very insensitive thing to say, that I would ever laugh about like what had happened to me, you know? And it's not that I'm laughing about it because it's funny. I'm laughing because I really have healed and overcome that situation. And when you are holding a space like this with stability, you can afford yourself a little bit of humor, and it's okay. But you have to know your audience. You know, you wouldn't do that with somebody who's still hurting, you know, because you don't ever want to be insensitive to anyone else's situation. You don't want to invalidate people's feelings either. That's not good. So I apologize if my humor is upsetting to anyone who may not be at that stage. So my apologies. Certainly, that's not my intention. Okay. But he's already put in this work and the plan's already established. And for others, you know, it depends on where you are with this channeled message, but this is the trajectory here, okay? And the divine is protecting this passionate new beginning because it's going to involve a full reunion for these twins here. So you know what that means here. I don't need to speak of it. Okay. So financial success, we've got all the elements. The only thing we don't have actually are swords. The only one that was a sword was that Queen of Swords and the Five of Swords, and they're both reversed. So there's not going to be any harm here, any more harm, okay? No, no, no. They are forced to put their swords down, these people here. They failed miserably. And I finally feel them letting go, and they're licking their wounds because they realize now the karma and some of the things that are going to happen as a result of what they did. So they're very scared that they're going to be found out. They're scared that the Divine Feminine's going to receive confirmation after all this time that yes, all these horrible things that happen were as a result of things that this person did or a group of them did. And he's putting this behind him, and he's focused over here because you see pretty much here, they're facing all this way except for this card. But again, I think he's just looking and thinking back to how she was so giving, and he didn't always give in a fair way, And this is why the divine would interrupt and assist and work with him one-to-one. And this is when Divine Feminine, if you were connected properly, you would know to step back and you would have faith. And I'm not suggesting that it's easy. Even though I held this energy for a long time, sometimes I would fall a little bit and I would get in a really dark place again. And I have my tools, and I would go back to the drawing board, and from scratch I would start again, and I would bounce back. I would pull myself back up out of that energy pretty quick over time as I practiced more and more. Okay, self-love, self-love, self-love. That's how you get over those things, okay? I love that Chariot. You see, he's finally defending this love here. He wants you to know he has no problems doing that. He's doing it with ease now. It's almost like ninja-like. I just got it. That's cool. And he's traveling already with his chariot, and he's heading back home. So I don't know if he was somewhere with these people and it went south quick and he's just leaving. And if he is not able to, he does want to get up and go as soon as possible in the morning. He'll be gone first thing. Okay. Yeah, see? He knows the truth now. It's very difficult. Very, very difficult. But he had the support of his family. I feel like these are his parents as well. Right now I'm channeling. And they really do believe and trust and see that their son had a beautiful partner at one time. And they really do believe in this now and understand that if he can get his way, if he can really make his way, back to her and they can work this out, that it'll be good for them and for them as well, for both sides. And they believe that it is divinely protected in some way. However they've figured this out, they know, and they might not use words like that, but they just know that the relationship is really special. And I feel like the Divine Masculine would have spoke to both his parents about this. I remember one time, the very beginning when we were dating, we lived together, and we were hosting our first Thanksgiving, and his father came with his partner, stayed at the house for the weekend, and his mom lived here, so she just came for the dinner, and my mom came. It was the first time we were all together. It was such an amazing evening until his ex called, and it just ruined his mood, and it was just a difficult evening after that emotionally for me to see my partner's mood change so much, because she just never wanted to see him happy, Anyhow, we're not going to talk about that. The point of the message here is that I remember his dad's partner out of the blue coming up to me and giving me a hug and telling me, "Thank you for bringing light to this family." And at the time, I didn't understand what all that meant. I didn't know that there was, like, I knew the ex-partner because I worked with her. We all worked together. And she had left a few years prior. We were still working together at that time. So he was a friend of mine at work for a long, long time, you know. And our field is a high stressful environment. So a lot of us were very close to each other. We supported each other because of the nature of the work. Now, I didn't really understand at that time what all that meant. And even his mom would often tell me that, you know, she still tells me today, calls me a beautiful soul. And anyhow, I think it's just our time together meant a lot to them. And they never, well, his mom tells me a lot, but because I still talk to her, and his dad, not really so much. He doesn't live in this area. So, I'm just really caught off guard with this. I was not expecting this to come through. So just know that there are relatives here that are supporting this union, and either they've talked to him to help him understand, or he reached out to them, and together they are helping this masculine to come forward because they know and believe in this union, and they're tasked with making sure now, because so I'm getting more messages. They feel like they let you down in the past as well, and they're really sorry. And they're going to work together here to make sure that this reunion happens, and that they're going to be here to support it all the way through, like for the rest of time. Like if you choose to get back together with your counterpart, they're going to be present, more present, and do what they can to support you. So thank you so much. Yeah. This is Gabriel. When that horn sounds, like, that's the divine truth. That's working through all these people. And that chariot, nothing's going to stop this chariot. This is the divine chariot. It's not going to be stopped. Okay, no more of that. That's wonderful. And again, all the crystals that you've provided were a gift. He sees the light, he cherishes them. Just want to leave us with some messages from the angels here. Let's see. Love will get you through. Well, it doesn't get any better than that. My right ear is ringing. Go into nature and clear any negative thoughts or energies you may have. And maybe this is where he is right now. Just getting away from these people. If he's on a getaway or somewhere. Yeah, my right ear's ringing. And he's just clearing his thoughts. Making sure he's nice and calm and good and ready. And that he leaves there without incurring any more trouble or drama or karma or anything. And he's going to stay clear of these people from now on. It's over. That's it. That's all. I want one more. The signs you are receiving are messages from your angels. While you have a pulse, make every beat of your heart count. Your children are the greatest gift of all. They teach you more than you teach them. Don't let life pass you by. Be among it and live. So he and they are living for their son and their grandchildren. In my case, his their son has 2 children and I have 2 children, and they are going to support me and my children as well. And this is divinely protected, and he is standing up now for this love. And look how big these cards are, okay? That's how big these energies are. And that guardian angel, even though this is a smaller card, is bigger than this and is going to make sure that it's safe, okay? It's because he's just shy and nervous. But it's supported, it's surrounded. We're good. We're going to do it. All right? So have faith, everybody. Wishing you all the best of luck on your journeys. Take care.